Hi, I'm Jorge Martel, Vice President and General Manager for T-Mobile Puerto Rico. Sorry I couldn't be there today. I'm currently out of the country. I was able to attend the event last year. It was a great experience. I'm very humbled that I've been asked to share some words with you about T-Mobile. In T-Mobile, diversity and inclusion is not merely a goal. It's the very fabric of who we are. Particularly in the Hispanic community, we support Hispanics across many communities across the United States with stores that are fully bilingual and with representatives who support our customers being bilingual. We're also extremely proud to have, in 2018, have been awarded one of the world's most ethical companies. In the particular case of Puerto Rico, we support all major functions which are managed by Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. Talking about Puerto Rico, Hurricane Maria was one of the worst natural disasters to hit the United States in the past decades. With sustained winds of over 154 miles per hour, 20 inches of rain in many areas of the island, it was pure devastation. A humanitarian crisis evolved. No food, no water, no communication. How do you operate under such conditions? There's no blueprint for this. So we set ourselves with 3 goals. The first and most important ones, the well-being of our employees. It took us 14 long days to communicate with our employees to ensure that they were alive. Thankfully, they all were alive. However, many of them had endured incredible hardships. All employees received a hardship fund. All employees received a power generator to deal with the power absence in the island. Those employees that had lost their homes were placed on temporary housing and received incremental funding to be able to deal with the situation and to get them into a better situation. Our second objective was to get our network operations back up as soon as possible. We were fast and decisive. To that point, the first airplane to land in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria was a plane chartered by T-Mobile. That plane, we brought with it a very large generator, which we loaned to the FAA so that they could power the control tower in the airport, make the airport operational again. We brought in over 150 experts all across the world, together with our fantastic engineering team in Puerto Rico, make sure that we could get our network back up again. Apart from the experts, even our executives visited us in the island. John Fryer, Executive Vice President, visited us the 3rd day after the hurricane to make sure that recovery efforts were given the top priority in the company and to make sure that we knew that we were not alone. We ensured that we prioritized and that we provided communication to those areas that were hardest hit, particularly in the interior of the island. There was massive devastation. We had many employees, as many stores were not open yet and many functions were still not operating. So employees went together with our network team. Not only we provided telecommunications, we also provided humanitarian aid to many of these areas. One of the most beautiful experiences in the middle of all this tragedy was being able to provide communication for the first time to people so they could connect with their loved ones back in the continental US and tell them that they were okay, that they were alive. Our third objective was reestablishing commercial operations. A word of mouth had gotten around about our fast network recovery, about our involvement with the community. When we opened our stores, we had huge lines of existing customers and new customers who wanted to join us. The hurricane hit us in late September. Let's fast forward to November. T-Mobile Puerto Rico finished in November with 7 out of the top 10 stores in all of T-Mobile. In December, our CEO, John Ledger, visited us, and he famously recalls that he thought he was coming down to console a group of battered employees. But in true Hispanic culture, instead, he found a celebration of the unbreakable spirit of Puerto Rico. 2019, we moved our largest employee activity, Winter Circle, which is usually held in Las Vegas, to Puerto Rico. 1,500 attendees, employees, their guests, all of our leadership team and executives were all in the island. Over 4 hotels completely booked. Many of the major venues in the island were booked for this activity. I want to make sure that we contribute to Puerto Rico's economic recovery. I want to make sure that everybody knew that Puerto Rico is back in business again. We have an unbreakable commitment, not only to Puerto Rico, but to the Hispanic community in general. We'd like to thank the Alumni Society for hosting this event and for hosting the top Hispanic minds across all the United States. Muchas gracias.